What is going on, everybody? My mouse. Where's my mouse? Oh, there's my mouse. What's going on? Internet. Hello, Internet. Yeah. We're live. No, it's not Tuesday. It is definitely Thursday. Chucky, those are two eyes. I thought it was an L and an I. I love you too. Not really. No offense. Don't take it personal. It's not personal. My phone's in my pocket. I'm going to put my phone. My battery on my phone is not lasting like it used to. We're going to put that over there and put it on Do Not Disturb mode. Justin's G-Tech leaked today. Let's have it. Let's make the computer not restart because of an automatic update. That would be bad. Sheldon's back again. What's going on? Let's see what Spike said. Spike said, do you have any drills I can do, let's make this stop scrolling, to get better with shooting with my left hand? I'm in the back years practicing right now. Backyard, I think that's supposed to say. Man, I feel like gun control, right? Just using your left hand. Literally, I think just getting used to holding stuff with your left hand. Not just like objects, not like, anything. Well, maybe it'll work on dexterity on your non-dominant hand, but just carry your gun around, Just get used to pulling trigger and shooting left-handed. I don't know. That's really all. It's just practice, really, just getting used to holding it. Yeah, Ricardo asked if I ever played at SC Village. I have played at SC Village. Not in a very long time, though. It's probably been, good Lord, years? 10 years? 10 years sounds right. God, when I talk about, times that I've played paintball or how long it's been since I've been to somewhere, it makes me feel really old. Yeah, unfortunately. I'll just feel very old. But that's what happens. Caleb, what are your thoughts on the new Vanquish that just came out recently? The Vanquish GT, I assume. I don't know. I like it. I like the Vanquish. I think the Vanquish is... I would put Vanquish... I don't know, probably top 4 paintball guns right now that are currently available and on the market to purchase. Top 4. Let's say, what would I put? I think CS1, whatever, CS 1.5. Probably M2, then LV 1.5. Vanquish GT, and then Lux Ice, maybe? I think that the GT and the Lux Ice could maybe flip, though. I don't know. Top 5? You know what's kind of funny? That if Die does come out, someone said something about the Die M3 coming out. What would be kind of funny is if Die came out with the Die M3, is that, you could... So, M, right, stands for matrix. So, we've had, DM15, DM7, DM8, whatever, and it always was Die Matrix 8. So, the M2 could technically be the Die Matrix 2, or DM2. If they come out with a DM3 or a Die M3, they've already done that. There's been a DM3. So all they're doing is spelling out Die Foley. I've always wondered that. I'm I wonder if they come out with a new gun, if they'll call it the M3. I don't know. And then I always just think of the car, too, the BMW M3. But I also think of the BMW M2 when I think of the M2 also. So, I don't know. Don't believe you. I believe you. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna call it though. It'd just be kind of funny to me. I am definitely aware of the new Ninja SL2 tanks. Definitely aware. I know some people want to hear me rant about M2 stuff. Not M2 stuff. Some people want to hear me rant about the Ninja SL2 tank. I don't know if I'm going to do that. It's probably not going to happen. I mean, I feel that, like, the difference between... So Ninja came out with 2 new tanks, right? The Ninja SL2 and then the Ninja Light tank. I have no idea what they're priced at. You'd think that Ninja would have sent out emails or updated their dealers about this stuff, but they didn't. I think everybody in the paintball industry found out about them because ANS has them before everybody else, which is whatever. This is me trying not to be upset. I think that, so the SL2, right? Like, it's a little lighter. I think it's 3 to 4 ounces lighter, something like that, than the previous super light tank. So it's probably not going to be that noticeable. Like, you're going to hold both tanks, and there's probably not going to be that big of a difference. The biggest difference is going to come with their new light tank, their new gray stuff that's light. I want to say those were like 8 ounces lighter, 9 ounces lighter. So that's going to be a difference, but I don't know the price. I'm not sure what the price is on the new light tanks. If they're going to be more than the basic gray tanks that they have. So the new basic, they don't call them basic, they call them Gray Ghost. The just standard 68 tanks are $155 with standard regulars. I don't know if the light tanks are the same price. That's the confusing part. I don't know. I mean, it's cool, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It's not cool. It's just a new tank. No idea. How much is the Spire 3 on ANS? That's a good question. Someone's going to win. If you can tell me how much a Spire 3 costs on ansgear.com, you're going to win. I'll give you a free shirt. You'll get a free Paintball Ruin My Life shirt. Yeah. Hey, Brad, do you remember me from Tuesday? I don't know. Not sure. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Yeah. Spire products? $275 on ANS? $0. Is it possible to have $0? Ask yourself that. Oh, look at that. Outdoors for Life. That's a quality username, screen name, avatar, whatever we want to call that. That's a super chat for $10 though. Thank you, ma'am or sir. Everyone keeps posting up prices about how much Spires are on ANS. Well, it's impossible to tell me how much they are on ANS. They don't sell them. What are... Nicholas with a super chat, $2, asking, best type of tacos. Some of you might know. I don't eat meat. I don't really eat meat product. So I don't really eat tacos that often. But when I did eat tacos, I would have to say the ground beef taco was probably my favorite taco when I ate meat. The ground beef taco. Ground beef tacos from Jim Boys, those are pretty good and very expensive. It's crazy. So no one's going to get a free shirt, I guess. No, we will. Let's do that. We're going to play trivia. Jake does this. Jake from NorCal, where's he at? Somewhere around here. He does trivia sometimes. Hear the cop car outside? Maybe you guys can't hear that. I don't know. Now I screwed up the microphone. Anyway, definitely not vegan. Leaning on the edge of it, though. That's true. Bean cheese tacos. You know what I really like? Bean cheese and rice burritos from Alberto's. It's kind of a local-ish. They're all up and down the western seaboard. Very good. Bean cheese and rice. Ground beef tacos. They're good. They're good. They taste good. Especially from Jim Boys, because they're like real greasy. Trivia. We'll give away a shirt. Let's do that. As long as you don't want a large or a triple X. What's a good question to ask? Okay. Here's a good one. When I say go, answer the question. I'm gonna ask the question, and then I'll say go, and then whoever gets the answer first wins a free Paintball Ruin My Life shirt. I don't know if I have any around here. I can't show you it. Maybe you've seen them before. They have Paintball Ruin My Life logo big on the chest. Some people are going to be excluded from winning. This Black Friday Paintball.com character will be excluded. As well as Jake. Although I don't know if Jake could get it. Let's see. So who was... Yeah. Jake says type go. Mainly because there's this lag. So that's a good point. I'm going to put in the chat go. And then whoever answers this question first wins. First we'll answer... I'm making you guys stick around through this. Ryan asked, though, with the super chat. He said, I'm really loyal to HK. I know there are better masks than the KLRs, and I want to buy a better mask, but I can't bring myself to do it. Help. I don't know what to tell you. I am not loyal to a single paintball company. Some people say that I'm a Planet Eclipse fanboy, but I actually only own one Planet Eclipse product, a Planet Eclipse Geo 3.5, which is right there. I don't know, what's a cool mask that's like new and modern that is nice? Like, what would I buy if I wanted a high-end cool mask? Probably some sort of bio, I guess. I mean, I like that profiler right there, and I like the E-Flex, but a new modern mask. The Dye i5 is kind of growing on me, but what's with all the push people? Lord. I don't know what people are typing push all of a sudden for. Maybe suggesting masks? The push mask, but I don't know. How many people you know have tried it on? I've never touched the thing, so I couldn't tell you. I want to hold a mask and feel it before I decide to buy it. So probably some sort of Vio. Some sort of Virtue mask, maybe the i5, I don't know. Yeah. I'm an Empire fanboy. I also don't own any Empire. No, I guess I own that mask. That's the only Empire product I own. I think. I don't know. Okay, we're going to ask this question. So whoever answers, when I type go in the chat, answer this question. So the first person to answer this question after I put go in the chat is going to win a free Paintball Ruin My Life t-shirt. So in the year 2001, San Diego Dynasty had a paintball sponsor for their paintballs. Who was that paint sponsor? See, I don't know, this lag is all weird. So who is San Diego Dynasty's paintball sponsor? Watch the chat. You need to be watching the chat. People are already guessing, but I said after I I said watch the chat for when I say go. Oh, see, there we go. Somebody already got it. Somebody already got it. But I have a feeling it was more of a timing situation and them getting lucky rather than somebody winning. So we're going to take a screenshot of that because people have argued with me in the past about when they won stuff. Yeah, no. It's still only one person's gotten it correct, so I still only see one correct answer. That person won, so anybody else gonna get it? We got a lot of Draxis. Oh, there's another correct answer. Oh, let's just scroll and see. So we, I think, have 2 correct answers. Two correct answers so far. But only one person's getting a shirt, so it doesn't really matter. So you guys can quit guessing if you want. Zap, that's a fairly decent guess. A fairly decent. Okay, so the answer is Gap. Great American Paintballs, owned by Alex, actually no longer a company, but owned by Alex Frage's father and made about 100 miles east of me in Nevada. A Gap is your answer. So left nut, you need to send me a message through YouTube and we will get your address and we'll figure out what shirt size you want and get you a free shirt. Again, as long as you don't want large or XXX. It was totally luck, because as soon as I typed go, it was like, bam, his answer came up. So it was totally just luck. He happened to type it and hit like enter as soon as I did. It's actually kind of a decent strategy. Okay, free shirt. That's a free shirt. How about a shout out to your Ohio fans? Ohio paintball fans. How's it going? Yeah. Zap. After watching the like people guess, I kind of thought I was wrong. I was like, man, maybe it was Drexus or something, but I'm pretty sure it was Gap. Pretty sure. Jeremy. Thank you, sir. His super chat question. Any updates on the new Paintball Ruin My Life headband designs? Yeah. I mean, the designs are done, but that's about all. Hopefully very soon. I mean, I hope within the next week I have headbands, new headbands and barrel covers to be able to sell you people and give away. We'll probably do some sort of free giveaway thing when I get more, and to send to all the fabulous people that support me and this Paintball Ruin My Life endeavor on Patreon. Check out the Patreon link in the description if you're curious about signing up for that. Tipman CMC, good MagFed, definitely true. Definitely true. Keith, what is the best gun and gear for $720? Why $720? That sounds like a random number. Depends on what you mean by gear. Like you need gun, tank, mask, hopper, knee pads, elbow pads, chest protector, pods, pack, mask, headband, jersey, pants. You need everything for $720? That's hard. It's hard. We'll say, oh, I will have Paintball Ruin My Life merchandise at World Cup for certain. There's going to be a premium though. $80 for a headband. No. Maybe we'll do like cheaper at World Cup. People come up and find me and give me cash for stuff. what was I talking about? A setup for $720. Man, I don't know. We're going to go with ETHA 2, $400, a GI Sports level, that brings us to $550, and a Ninja Superlight tank, $700, roughly. But it matters if you need like everything. It's kind of hard. If you need everything, you're going to get like a Cronus 48 3000 and like a regular hopper, and yeah. I mean, you could get all set up for that much, but it might be weird. Shout out to Montana fans. Where in Montana? I lived in Kalispell, Montana for like 4 months once, a long time ago. During a summer when I worked on a ranch. Yep. That happened. Yeah. It was actually kind of cool. Hey, there's a message. Awesome. Left nut. I will respond to you when this concludes. Definitely have XL shirts. Definitely. Why is... No. Sizik, stop with all the multiple comments. Why is Gap no longer a company? I don't know. I really don't know. I know that they like just kind of stopped. Probably 2004-ish? 3-ish? 4-ish? They made pretty good paint. I mean, they definitely made some of the better paint for the money. I think most of their stuff was like $40, $30. It was really good. It was cheap too. At least it was cheap for us because it was pretty local. It might have been more expensive for people around the country, but I don't really know if it was around the country. I think it was mainly like a West Coast thing. But I don't get why they stopped. And then I know the machine sat in like a warehouse for years. There was a rumor that in 2003, 2004, they just stopped, and then the machines, all the paint machines sat for like 10 years. And there was a rumor a couple years ago that someone bought everything and was going to start making paint, but I don't know. I don't know what happened to that. I'm not sure. Ooh. Here's what Jake said. Jake said, Gap is not around anymore because Fields banned it because they would drive a skid of paint out to a field and sell it out of the back of a truck and undercut Fields. But that's also when Fields didn't really sell paint though, too. I mean, at least out here, like, I don't know. I don't ever remember Fields even selling paint. It's kind of been like a new thing, field paint. I don't know. Corwin? He said, I love you, Brad. I think you're my dad. That is weird. Send me a Paintball Ruin My Life barrel cover as a child support. As child support, not as a child support. You almost just bought one with a $5 super chat. You can buy them at paintballruinmylife.com/shop. That's one way that we fund this whole thing. It's actually like a pretty good portion. Well, not right now because we don't have any actual stuff for people to buy. But we'll get sued. Eric Franznich? I can't pronounce your last name. Eric Franzditch. Jason, you're killing it. Jason, I hope you got my message today on Patreon. Brad, I will let you give away my headband from my Patreon. Pick your favorite one from the new set. Then just send me your favorite barrel cover. We can do that for certain. Remind me though. I'll forget. Yeah, hopefully Jason is one of the excellent people that is really, I mean, been around here since the beginning and one of the awesome people that supports the Patreon thing. And through his support on Patreon, he gets a free headband. But we do have to have them first. Yeah. Yeah. I just feel bad because I don't have any. Eric, you've been watching your channel since February. Man, you've been around for a while too then. I think February, March is like the official month when I really started doing this. I'm breaking into paintball and have a question. What makes a gun worth... Yeah, I like this one. What makes a gun worth $1,000 better than a $400 Ether 2? How is it that much more expensive? I will answer that in a second. Somebody did a super chat. We're going to do that really fast. Left nut message sent. And I don't know what SO means. Awesome. SO to shit out of... No, that's not it. SO to Dynasty Dissected for the answer. I don't know. Dynasty Dissected. That was something. I can't remember. I don't know. We'll get you that t-shirt. What makes a paintball gun worth $1,000? Shout out. There we go, Jake. Thank you. I was like, SO. I was like, shit out of luck? No, that's not right. That's SOL. Dynasty Dissected. That's an old one. That was when there were lots of cool paintball stuff. There's not so many cool paintball videos anymore. Maybe we could bring that back. I think some of the videos I make are cool, but definitely not to the like level and time spent that it takes to actually make these documentary things. Dan Napoli's done a lot of good ones with Planet Eclipse though recently. But what makes a paintball gun that's $1,000+? Let's take the Planet Eclipse CS1 .5 that's $1,500, and why is it $1,100 more than the Ether 2? And what makes it better? So we can look, let's think about it, right? So let's just generalize and say that the Ether 2 or the CS 1.5 is 3.5 times the price of the Ether 2. So did I say 3.5? It's 3 times the price roughly of the Ether 2. So I actually think it definitely costs Eclipse probably 4 to 5 times as much to make the CS 1.5. But I don't know. Let's just say at one point I knew a lot of the manufacturing costs on these paintball guns. So let's say that it costs, I don't know, Planet Eclipse realistically like $140 to $100, $120 probably to make the Ether. So it's probably going to cost Eclipse $600, I bet. No, it's not even 600. It's probably like $500 to make the CS 1.5. 500, 450. But why? Like, great, the manufacturing costs more, so they have to charge more. But you, as a consumer, what are you getting for spending the extra $1,000 other than it costs more to make? I don't know, honestly. Like, it's gotten to the point where these entry level or like mid-rangey tournament guns are just as good as the high-end guns. I feel like that the overall build quality feels better. Like, it's definitely a better product. The guns are definitely built better. But I don't know if you're seeing that in the end. Like, great, we can say that this, like the CS 1.5 at least, comes with that cool carbon fiber barrel and an OLED screen. And it's all aluminum. But does that matter? Like, I don't know if that matters. I don't know if that justifies that $1,000. I think that people that are just really into paintball and just want like the best want those high-end guns, right? Because they're cooler and neater and there's like little features that make them cool, but they're not gonna like be more accurate. They don't shoot farther. They don't kick less. Their velocity's not better, more consistent. They're not more air efficient. They're not easier on paint. There's no like big tangible reason that makes these high-end guns better than like the Ether 2 or an Axe or whatever it is. Honestly, like, it's like high-end cars, right? Like, we could all drive around in like 1995 Honda Accords. Really. You know, they work. But there's people with like, you know, 7 Series BMWs that are $80,000 or, you know, crazy Mercedes or whatever it is. It's just a little nicer and just better. But like those high-end cars, they realistically do the exact same thing as those cheap cars. They might go faster, but most people aren't going fast in them. Like 99% of the people aren't going fast in them. So I don't know. Honestly, I'm not sure. I hope I didn't miss a super chat. We're going to scroll up. We did not. And I'm one of those people, right? Like, I have a high-end gun. Like, I have now it's probably worth $700, but I have a $1,400 paintball gun. Yeah. It has gotten very, very hard. Panda Man. Thank you for the super chat. You said, hey, Brad, I've been wanting to get into paintball soon. And Paintball Ruined My Life pushed me over the edge. Good. That's cool. Awesome. I've started looking at Axe Pros. Any tips for a starter? I don't know. I think that typically, at least for new players, hold on. Typically for new players, I always say that like getting something very simple that just works is a good idea, right? Something that, I don't know, you just put a tank on and play paintball, don't have to worry about it. But I also feel that Boost Mobile, the 755i M-Class is bonkers. It is bonkers. It is cool. But it still just drives, right? It's still just a freaking car. Yeah, I've always suggested to new players or people getting into paintball that having guns that just work, right? Like I said, you just put a tank on, play paintball, you put it away, you take it out next time and it just works. When we get toward these mid-range, like that Axe Pro or Ethas or Dangerous Power Guns or whatever it is, those like mid-tier electronic guns, they definitely become less reliable and more maintenance. So you kind of have to know what's going on a little bit more. I know for me, right, at this point in my life, that I would be okay if I just started playing paintball. I would be okay with those mid-range guns because I would learn everything about it and I would try to figure out everything because I just want to know everything. But when I first started playing, when I was like 18, well, really like 16, if I got a high-end gun then, I'd have just destroyed it. So I think it matters. Like, if you know who you are, so if you feel that you're okay with the complicatedness and like figuring out how stuff works more, then go with one of those guns. If you're not and you're like, well, I really don't like fixing stuff and just kind of want to use it, then I would go for something less expensive. Or if you're like thinking you want to play every weekend, it might be worth getting something better. Or if you're like, I'm going to play once a year, then definitely don't and get like a Tipman. Yeah. That's my tips on new paintball guns. Corey, is there a mechanical difference between the Axe 2 and the Mini GS? Nope. No, because they use the same bolt, they use the same solenoid, they use the same board. The only big difference between the Axes, like any of the Axes, like whether it's the original Axe, the Axe Pro, Axe 2.0, and the Mini GS or the original Mini, is technically the Axes have they have more volume. So in the bolt guide, there's just more room for air. So, yeah. They're not really using more air. They can just store more air. So they might be a little bit more consistent and whatever, but not really. So essentially, yeah, they're the same gun. It's just that especially when we compare like the Axe 2.0 and the Mini GS, the 2.0 is just really a bigger GS. And you can clean the eyes. So there's not a dramatic difference. Yeah. So, yeah, same thing. Same thing. Ascend's thoughts. I like the Virtue Vio Ascend. I think it's definitely one of the better, like, I don't know, masks out, especially because they're like $80. I always forget the Ascent price for some reason. So they're like half the price of some of these other higher end masks. So I really like it. Daisy G, or Dazzy G, I don't know. Is the G-Tech 160R worth it over the Axe Pro for the extra $200? I think so. I mean, I would rather have the 160R, but that's just because I like the way the 160R feels. I'm used to, like, that thing right there. The Planet Eclipse Geo 3.5. So I like the feel of it, and I prefer the way that G-Tech bolt shoots, the Gamma Core. So I would choose 160R. But I don't know if it's hard to say if it's worth it, because it's not going to really do anything better. Popeye Web. What's a good starter paintball gun? I kind of just answered that. That's a super chat, and I super appreciate it. But I don't want to. I just talked for like 10 minutes about that. Nicholas, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. So the other day, I got these are kind of cool. These are holding up. These are actually, this is a mount, a gun stand. Let's get my 3.5. This is kind of fancy. Look at that. It's kind of hard for you guys to see, but look at that. It's kind of cool. A Zodin is trash. Zodin's not trash. So this is a 3D printed gun stand. It's kind of cool. You screw that piece into an ASA, and it kind of just goes on there like that. I wanted these because, I talked about this in the live stream. I wanted these because they can fit in those shelves without barrels on. I was looking at other gun stands, and you have to put the barrel on the guns, and then they don't fit in those shelves. So I wanted something that was small that could hold guns up. They're kind of neat. Where'd I get these? Man, 3dpaintballstand.com is where that came from. They're cool. I just think it's clever. And you can put barrel and hopper and stuff on it. So you could put barrel on it, it just looks cool. I just like how, I don't know, I don't have a barrel on the goddamn thing. It's kind of cool. More shout outs to states. Shout out to Texas. Texas Ballers. Yeah. That's my 3.5. Yeah, so I am used to that like air transfer tube and stuff, so I just like the way that feels. I also like these gun stands. I want like a tie-dye one. Maybe I should get a bunch of colored ones. Let's put that there. I'm afraid I'm gonna be like, knock it off. Not that it matters, this gun is absolutely destroyed. I kinda wanna send it to Vintage Paintball, the gentleman in Minnesota, and have them like finish that off for me to make it actually look good, because it looks awful. None of you have seen this. Some of you have seen this. I've shown it before, but that was my attempt at custom mill job on a 3.5. I did that when it was like brand new too. It had like 20,000, maybe 2,000 shots on it. Just took a file to a $1,500 paintball gun. Totally winging it. Go to Paintball Explosion. I would go to Paintball Explosion, but it's in Chicago. It's kind of far. Sizzix says, show us that pretty clone. That clone is gone. I sold it. It's been sold. I needed to sell it. I needed the money. Gotta pay the bills, you know what I'm saying? You said, H.E. Dave said, I got suckered into buying a gun that can't be modded to full auto, ? Was that a statement or a question? Brett, how can you reduce the operating pressure of the Chaos 2 You can't. I mean, you probably could if you, like, I don't know, have a lathe and want to, like, you know, take off part of the cup seal and, like, you know, get real crazy. But in reality, you can't. It's kind of just what it is. It is what it is. Are you going to go to Super Game 51 next year? I heard a rumor that Super Game isn't going to be in Oregon. Did Super Game move? What's the deal with Super Game? I'm not sure what happened with Super Game. I have wanted to go to Super Game for a very long time, but I don't know, just always have work and can't ever get time off and, you know, that stuff, life stuff, so it makes it hard. Spencer said, Brad, I can't find the website for that 3D gun stand. Isn't it, like, I think it's 3D paintball, yeah, 3D paintball stand. Go to that link in the chat. Junior from BlackFridayPaintball.com. He says $10 super chat. He said, just helping to pay the bills. Yeah. I unfortunately have a lot of bills. I bought a new lens yesterday. So I spent $1,000 on that. Probably shouldn't have done that. That'll be, no, not yesterday. I bought it last week. That'll be here tomorrow. So all the videos from here on out will be on a new lens for that camera. That means that I sold the last live stream. I showed a lens. I sold that. That's gone. Selling this one. So Super Game is still in Oregon. That's good to know. I would like to go. That lens is going away. So, gold-plated NASA paintball lens for $1,000. $1,000 for a lens for a camera is probably below average, really. You guys think paintball stuff's expensive? The new camera I want's $8,000. So, Jeremy. Thank you. I figured someone would ask me what lens it is. I got a Sigma 18 to 35 1.8 art lens, but it kind of sucks because this is a Sony camera and they don't technically make it for a Sony, so I have to buy the Sigma MC11 adapter to go from Canon E-mount, or not Canon, sorry, Sony E-mount to the Canon FE mount, or EF mount. FE is the full frame mount for Sony. Anyway, Corwin still owes me for the child support bill. Child support is known as me paying the electricity bill. I have a big building here. The electricity bill can add up in these hot summer months. Yeah, the new Red Raven kit. I did see the new Red Raven kit. It's actually, for $15,000, it's actually a good deal. I've had a hard enough time trying to save up for a car that's that much money. I don't think I'll be buying a camera. Jeremy asked, what camera that's 8K that you want? So what camera do I want that's $8,000? I want the Canon C200. Canon C200s. I'm pretty sure they're $8,000. Well, they're actually $6,000, but you can buy them like a cine pack that comes with a lens and like monitor and like all that stuff. So I guess they're $6,000 because I wouldn't really want the lenses. It actually comes, I think, with the lens that I just bought. No, it doesn't. So it's not. It's $6,000. But that's just for, that's just the body. Not to mention, I need batteries and a grip and it's not happening. Unless this YouTube thing and paintball really takes off, it's not happening. Not happening. Someday, I can dream, right? Thoughts on the Bob Long Onslaught? I don't really like the Onslaught. I don't really like the Bob Long spool valves or inline poppet guns. So I don't really like the Victories and Onslaughts and Insights and Phases and whatever. The Vises and VCOMs, and I just don't like them. They're just like overly complicated. I really like the G6R. I think the G6R is definitely one of like the better paintball guns out still, really. But it's so old, it's just like I'm getting tired of the thing. I mean, it's been out for nearly 7 years now. So it's getting kind of boring. I would really like to see a new, I don't know, a new G7R. That would be cool. What was your first paintball gun? Dixie Boy Daniel asked. Are you from Dixie, Daniel? Let's answer. Man, I'm terrible at people's names. That's what I'm going with. Your super chat question was, I just wanted to know which beginner paintball marker I should buy. The Tippmann A5. We're gonna go with that one. Buy the A5. Definitely appreciate the super chat. What was I talking about? See, you made me lose train of thought. Normally I've been fairly decent about coming back and talking about things that I was talking about. Okay, this is comments funny. The narrator, if my calculations are correct, when this baby hits 88 miles an hour, you're going to see some serious shit. One of the best movies ever. Someone's like the 15K camera kit. That would be, I think, yeah, the Red Raven. This is all stuff that I can't afford. It's like me living in a pipe dream. It's like me looking at like, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna look at buying new cars, and me looking at buying like, I don't know, some $100,000 car. It's like me buying a Model X or something like that. Like, it's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. I'd be terrified of using it. Lethal Angel, Ninja SL2 tanks. We talked about that kind of in the very beginning of this. What do I think about Ninja SL2 tanks? I don't know. It's not that big a difference. I don't think the SL2s are that big of a difference. I think that the Ninja light tanks are probably going to be the biggest difference. So he's like, where's Jen? I don't know. She probably work. Lost Gemini 2000. Brad, my man. Have you tried the new Planet Eclipse program pants? Thoughts. I have not played in them. I have felt them. So I think out of all the pants out right now, the Planet Eclipse pants are $180, so they're definitely on that high end. Are probably some of the better made ones. Like, they're very good quality, but they're pretty heavy. Like, they're supposed to be like these lightweight pants. They're for sure heavier than every other lightweight pant out. Just in general, I mean, the fabric's thicker, the knee pads are heavier, just kind of everything's heavier about them. They're very nice, but they're still too heavy. I do like the vintage Air pants. I really do. Like, I think they're awesome. I like how lightweight they are. I'm a fan of the lightweight stuff, for sure. But I think it matters, right? Like, some people want some protection. And I think if you want protection, the best pants are probably the Exalt pants, the T4 pants. But I don't like them. They're just too heavy. Too heavy. Whoa! BlackFridayPaintball.com with crazy $50 super chat. He's gonna get a bunch of these. That's a lot of craziness. Yep, there you go. Go to BlackFridayPaintball.com's YouTube channel. They do like these little quick hitter recaps of paintball stuff that just comes out. And they're going to give an EVS away. Let's read this whole entire comment here. We hit 500 subscribers on YouTube, blackfridaypaintball.com. Parentheses, they didn't say that I did. So next week we're giving away an EVS subscribe, people. How about what kind of EVS? A carbon fiber EVS? Or no, sorry, a gray weave EVS? Gray weave. Just call it carbon fiber. Go subscribe for a chance to win an Empire EVS. I don't have any EVSs. Ooh, with a HUD. There we go. That's a good question. With HUD? Probably not. Those are pretty expensive and a little ridiculous. Definitely not with a HUD. I'm going to go with they're probably going to give away a typical EVS. No HUD. Brett, how can I buy guns from you, Brad? I guess it depends on what you're buying. You can send me a message. We can communicate that way. No HUD. Sorry, guys. No HUD. I didn't think so. That thing's stupid anyway. I mean, really, if you won one, you should get it and sell it. Like, I don't know. I don't understand this. It doesn't make any sense to me. Big super chat, though. Most definitely appreciate it. What are the best tanks? Ninja and Empire make the best tanks. El Chapo Guzman asked, Profiler or Grill? I prefer the Profiler. I like the lighter weightness, and I think it breathes better. But the Grill's good, too. I do like the Grill. I think the Grill's a good mask. I've had the Grill, too. I've had most of these masks, guys. I know we talk about masks a lot, and everyone's like, oh, which one should I get? I've owned a lot of them. Many of them. I think the only masks that, like, are out right now that I actually haven't owned would be the EVS and the EVS, like high-end mid-rangey masks. The EVS and the Prophet. I think those are the only two that I haven't like owned. Zach, Subway or Jimmy John's? I've never been to Jimmy John's. I don't know if we have a Jimmy John's here. I don't know if those are in California. They may be. Oh, that's true. I haven't owned the i5 either. Someone said something about i5. Never owned an i5. Although, like I said, I keep kind of thinking about it. If they had like a solid black one, how much gray, the dye i5, how much gray does the Onyx black have? Not all that much. Little bits of gray. Although I kind of wish it was solid black. Watermelon paintball. What? The JT Flex is the best. The Flexes are good. Like I've had a lot of Pro Flexes. I probably like say the like I don't know 15-ish years I've been playing paintball. Over that time span, I've probably had a Pro Flex more than any other mask. But I just got so tired of changing the lenses. It's like, man, that's like the only reason I ever got an E-Flex is because it's kind of the same mask and I can change the lenses way easier. Yeah. Everyone asks me what I think about the push mask. I honestly don't know. I've never ever felt one. Sean, thanks for the shout out. 3D paintball gun stand. Absolutely. I like them. Although, you know what, though, is when I did, not reading the instructions, totally my fault, these little notchy things only go in one way. And I was an idiot and, like, put it in wrong, like this or something. And we couldn't get it out. But if I read the actual instructions that were included, it would have been perfectly fine. But I was just like, oh, neat. And then I was like, damn it. You can't get this out. Link to the 3D stands? A 3dpaintballgunstand.com. Pretty easy. Yeah. What's a good tank for the Chronos? Anything. I mean, I think as long as you go with Empire or Ninja tanks, you're good. It doesn't have to be like, there's not one specific tank to do. Just any compressed air tank that's made by Empire Ninja and call it a day. Buy what you can afford. The typical pickle. How do you see, you're probably asking how you actually do these super chat things. Well, you have to be stupidly on, I'm going to look into this later. We're going to look at this. You weirdly have to be on a desktop computer or an Android device. I'm going to make a note. I want to figure out why. Like, I don't know, it doesn't work on iOS. It's weird. The typical pickle. I like that name too. Boozy the Clown. That's still the best name I've seen in any of these chats, for certain. You're not on an Apple device. Are you on a BlackBerry or Windows phone? I don't know. You should see. I mean, there's like a little $sign below like the chat input area. You click that. Yeah, you might have to have a registered card too. I don't know what the deal is. Super chat stuff's pretty new. You'd hope they'd figure out the bugs by now, but I don't know. iPhone 7 Plus. So I got a iPhone 6 Plus like the day they came out. And held it in my hand for like 30 seconds and was like, nope. Put it back in the box and send it back. Yeah. WTF is Speedsoft. Speedsoft is like real fast airsoft. It's really just paintball, but airsoft. I mean, some of these airsoft guys are so into like being tactical and like doing stuff technically correct that they take it very serious. And Speedsoft is kind of just guys just play airsoft like paintball, like they're running and shooting at stuff and like just playing faster. Kind of playing probably like you should. If the whole objective is shoot people, you should always be playing Speedsoft. But man, some of these airsoft guys, they're just way too tactical. Like they're trying to like blank people and like, I don't know, just super tactical. I don't get it. There's paintball people like that too. I just don't understand. It's like my whole objective is just shoot people. Why do we have to be all like tactically correct? Like you're supposed to like roll out this way and you have to like hold your back to people. It's like, I don't know what's going on here. Chef, what's your opinion on the Tippmann Kronos Tactical for Beginners? I love the Kronos. I think that Kronos is awesome. I think that it's cool how the Tippmann Kronos is super reliable. I think that the Kronos Tactical is cool because it's only $20 more. So if you like that stock and carrying handle and barrel shroud thing, get it. If you at some point decide you don't like it, take it off and it can just be a regular Kronos, and it was only an extra $20. So I like the Kronos, and I like the Kronos Tactical. Yeah. The Tippmann SL68, those are really old. Who remembers when they started remaking it? They had the Tippmann SL68-2, which was like the same gun. They just remade it. Yeah. Christopher, what do you think of the Angel A1 Fly? I like the A1 Fly. I think I had an A1 Fly. I had a blue and silver one. The problem with those guns now, though, is just like parts are rare, you know? Like being able to get parts is gotten difficult. One of the problems, this is a good and bad thing. So the Angels were always modular, right? So like on these other guns, you can like take parts out and just change O-rings and put it in, right? The Angel, they have like the ram that slides out the back or the front. I don't know, it's been a long time. Out the front. And there's a bunch of O-rings on the inside of there, but you can't open it up. It's all press fit together. That makes it way more reliable. And at the time, at least, it was real easy to fix stuff. You just plop a new ram in it and you're good to go. But now, given that the guns are kind of old, it would be nice to be able to take those rams apart and replace the O-rings. And the rams are really rare. And even if they aren't rare, they've been sitting around for like 10 years. So the O-rings inside of them are going to be all weird and kind of funky because they're so old. But there are people doing rebuildable rams. But those rams were never designed to be taken apart, so they don't work the same. And they're not as reliable as the press-fit non-rebuildable ones that people are like disassembling and putting back together. So I don't know, like, I have an Angel LCD that needs parts, and like, I don't know if I'm gonna fix it, because I don't know if I'm gonna use it, you know? Like, I don't know. So I like those guns, but just, you know, getting parts for them and fixing them's gotten a little bit difficult. Nicholas, thank you. Congrats on the 12,000 subscribers. Thank you guys, or thank you. We're getting there. We'll be at 1 million in 28 years. No, I hope we grow faster than that. I have noticed an uptick in views and subscribers in the last month for sure. There's been like an uptick. Can I ship an air tank by plane? Ooh. Two things there. You can ship a tank, yes. It has to be empty. So if you put it in a box and send it, UPS, FedEx, whatever, the tank has to be empty and you just ship it, right? It's maybe at some point gonna go on a plane. But if you want to travel with a tank on a plane, you need to remove the regulator, separate those pieces, and put it in your checked luggage. Because when it goes through the scanner, they just see a big metal thing. And they're like, we don't know what this is. This is kind of scary. So they want to be able to take that bottle out possibly and then look inside of it to make sure there's no explosives, drugs, whatever. But I would definitely recommend taking it to a paintball store if you need the regulator removed and not try to wing it yourself. Have somebody do it that knows what they're doing. I think that it might answer your question. Corwin! Thank you. Hey Brad, did you know Jake is giving away some Exalt stuff if he gets 11 more subs? I did not know that. Well, where is Jake? So when this character in this chat, known as Jake the Snake Krulin from NorCal, gets, I guess, 11,000 more subscribers. No, not 11,000 more. 11 more. So I think when Jake gets to 700 subscribers, he's gonna give some stuff away. So go to Jake. I just posted a link to Jake's channel. Let's see if we can get him. At this point, 6 more, only 6 more. Go subscribe to his channel. Let's just make it 700. Let's just do it. Go now. Listen, or I don't know. Something bad's gonna happen. Something bad's gonna happen. Oh, he's there. Bam. 703. He, at some point, I guess, is gonna give stuff away. Paintball is mostly mental. Oh, he's gonna give away a Pizza Tech mat when he gets to 750. You guys might have seen that Pizza Tech mat when he was on the last live stream here at Paintball Gear My Life. So I'm gonna go. You guys go watch Jake. Maybe he'll give you. He's giving away Exalt stuff. I think he's gonna give away Exalt's new mask. I don't know anything about a new mask. He's probably not gonna give a new mask away. Probably not. Okay, guys. Jake, are you asking me if I'm going to go to Ballistic Ben's Game of Games August 13th at Paintball Jungle? I don't know. I want to. It's just been so hard lately. I've been so busy. You know what I'm saying? And like Sunday is my day off, and then we do YouTube stuff all day. Maybe I'll go to Jungle and we'll do YouTube stuff there. Maybe we'll do, I don't know, something. If I go, I'll definitely do some video stuff. Raymond, there you are. Just wondering what you would recommend for a marker 450 to 550-ish. G-Tech. I think that's like the only thing, right? It's like G-Tech and I don't know. I feel like that's the only option. G-Tech. G-Techs are $500 now. That's what I would do. And it's kind of hard to recommend. It's so much easier to just recommend new stuff to people. Because it's like, if, recommending used stuff, there are so many used guns you can buy that it's kind of like, you can kind of get whatever you want almost. I mean, if you save an extra like $500, or no, an extra like $200 or $300, you can literally get whatever you want. Let's say if I had $500 to buy a paintball gun, what would I buy? I don't know. I probably still would buy a brand new G-Tech. So I don't know. McGregor, Mayweather. We talked about this last time. There is no way. I will be very shocked if Conor McGregor wins that fight. Crazy. Raymond, yeah, you can't justify $1,000 on a gun. I'm with you, dude. Neither can I really. But I said I just bought a $1,000 lens for my camera, and I don't really need that either. But what are you gonna do? I'm not that good at not spending money on camera equipment. Going to World Cup, I have this big long list of things I want. Like I want to buy 2 new microphones, I want to buy a new audio recorder, I need to buy more memory cards, I need to buy new batteries. I need to buy so much stuff. I'm taking 4 microphones to World Cup. We're taking this one, I'm taking the shotgun mic, we're taking a lapel mic, might actually buy 2 lapel mics, and taking a interview Audio-Technica RE50B. Anyway, guys, okay. I'm out of here. You guys stay in the chat if you want and chit-chat about McGregor Mayweather. If not, go to Jake's stream.